wicka, 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 bow. Boom, 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 boom. Welcome everybody to Bros on Nuggs. Intro music.
It's good.
We need, yeah. I wish Emerson was here for some intro music, but that's okay.
Rozelle.
Rozelle. I'd forgotten about Rozelle. Rozelle was awesome. Matt, did you call Rozelle or did I call Rozelle in high school?
I think you might have had him, Dave.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah.
The answer?
Yeah. No. Matt and I had this thing. Matt and I had a list of like artists that like we couldn't buy the other artists. What a silly thing, dude.
It really worked out well, though. I mean, I think that's how we, were exposed to so much different kind of music through that rule.
It's true. I ended up with Francis X, and you ended up with Silk the Shocker.
Yeah. I won that one.
You did win that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
welcome everyone.
You got Mystical.
This is yeah. Oh, I did have Mystical. That's right. I had Mystical.
Who got Keith Sweat?
I had Keith Sweat. I'm pretty sure I had Keith Sweat. I think I had Brandy as well. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Boy's mine.
Yeah.
No.
Welcome everyone to the All-Star edition of Bros on Nuggs, where we brought back the All-Star lineup. And so here we are. We've got Chris, we've got Liz, obviously Dave, Will, Tim, the Bros. We've got Dr. Lucas back in the house. We've got Zeke in the hizzy. We've got Big Worm, and we've got Miller Time. The all of our listeners are on right now.
I have a question.
Okay.
How did Worm get his nickname?
Okay.
Did he play like Dennis Rodman back in the day? Was he like a boards guy?
Worm, this is a question I couldn't answer. Can you?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Back in high school, my friend Scott Cunningham,
Nice.
You guys know Scott, he decided he wanted to call me Big Worm from the movie Friday, if you remember the ice cream truck driver.
Yeah.
And, that was the correlation. It was right around the same time Friday came out. And Scott's like, yeah, I'm going to call you Big Worm. And it just stuck ever since, some people don't even know my real name at this point. So
Nice.
Germ, is that it? Germ?
Nailed it.
Germ Heberger?
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Rodman and I share a birthday.
Oh, you share a birthday with Rodman?
And B. Arthur.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, dude.
B. Arthur. All right.
Yeah, I'd like to know which one scored more.
That is a good question.
Arthur, for sure.
He get buckets.
Yeah, he could. He could. Sweet. Well, thank you guys for joining us. And Liz, thank you.
Yep.
Our one female listener. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
We want to just real quick recap the week, which was an amazing week for the Nuggets as they go 4-0 on a road trip. And we want to recap that. But all we want to do here, folks, is just like from each game, one or two things you took from it that make you happy. And maybe we can – I think MPJ probably made all of us happy over the course of this past week. So maybe we can steer clear of the MPJ talk for now because we'll get to him later and try to find something else that like we can take from each game that just like was awesome.
There goes all my points. Thanks.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Liz can talk it. You can talk MPJ. That's fine.
No, that's okay.
All right. Bulls
I
game.
like to talk Jamal.
Yes, I do.
Oh, jeez. Bulls game. Let's start with let's put Dr. Kyle Lucas on the spot here. Hey, Kyle, did you watch the Bulls game at all?
I did not, so you might want to skip me.
Okay, we're skipping Dr. Lucas for the time being.
Do a general thing.
But Kyle's gonna come in ham with when we go to the All-Star stuff. Don't worry. And also, if you guys have any questions about like the meaning of life, I think Kyle can help us with that. So we'll get to that soon enough. Zeke, any thoughts from the Bulls game at the beginning of last week that we ended up winning undermanned?
Zach LaVine looks like he's wearing lipstick. That's my take on it. Yeah, it was just a great game. I was super proud of the guys. Like you said, Dave, it was understaffed, undermanned, and we struggle sometimes on teams we might play down to them, but I was really proud of the way we played, and I thought it was a big win for us. So yeah, definitely thumbs up for that one.
Okay, good stuff. Anything else there, Zeke?
No, that's pretty much it. Not
You
without
want
talking
Zach?
about
Would you
MPJ.
Zeke, would you take Zach LaVine as a Nugget?
I would. I mean, he's great, but it's just those luscious pink lips. I can't stare at anything else.
They would pop so well off the white jersey that Willie's
That
rocking
Will's
there.
wearing, yeah. The luscious pink
Yeah, it would just
contrasted
look
with the white, just perfect.
man.
Yeah, great.
Worm, the Bulls game. Any thoughts?
Yeah, no, I was just impressed with how we were able to overcome a lot of injuries. Obviously, we got a lot of people out right now. So I think we only dressed 11 players for the game. But I loved how aggressive Jokic was. He was just lights out, especially towards the end of the game. Definitely the difference maker for us there. I also like that Vlatko actually had a bit of a breakthrough on that game as well. Excited to see what he can bring to the table for us. So, yeah, and the defense has been kind of up and down. We were pretty tenacious that game, and it was nice to see we came out with the W, obviously. So,
Yeah, Worm, thank you. Miller time. What'd you think of that Bulls game?
It was good, man. Like Worm said, I kind of like Kanchar. I like him on both ends of the floor. I like what he brings to the table. He's been a pleasant surprise. I mean, Najai, our bench, they played really well. Everyone else pretty much hit it on the head, though. I mean, of course, MPJ looked really good, but we're not saying his name right now. But yeah, no, it's a good win. Good team win.
Miller, what do you bring to the table?
What do I bring to the table?
Yeah.
I bring good looks, good dance moves, and good.
Thank you, Miller. I appreciate that.
Bubbly
You
personality.
bet.
Bubbly personality. Chris, did you get the chance to watch any of that Bulls game?
I did, and I want to throw out the Kanchar love. I love just that guy coming in and just kind of wrecking stuff because he doesn't really know what he's doing. And my favorite sequence of that was, I think it was the fourth quarter sequence. Levine and his luscious lips blatantly pushed off Murray, like shoved him easily 5 feet back, hit a jumper. They didn't call it. They quickly got the ball in. They flung it to Murray, and he drained that three that he had no business taking, and just given the sequence. And it goes back to what we've said for a while. Like, he needs that edge of something being wrong or being angry about something, and that edge is carried over into games after that. So I thought that was kind of maybe a minor thing that ended up being bigger because he was pissed, and he drilled that three without even thinking about it. And I thought that was great.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Liz, do you remember anything about the Bulls game?
Yeah, I'm gonna add, women's flair to this.
Okay.
Yep, because it's, Women's History Month.
Oh, yeah, that's why you're on.
Represent. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. I remember that I didn't really dig Chicago's jerseys.
Yeah, they're
Yep. It was kind of.
crappy.
But Dave and I talked about how it was like Chicago the
musical.
Yeah.
Yes, but didn't dig the jerseys. And then I don't know this Kanchar guy.
Yeah.
The only information I know about him is that he's Jokic's friend. So I'm really wanting to know how he even made the NBA.
Best friend on the team.
That's
Like
how
all of a sudden he's
that's
out
how
of
he
nowhere.
made the NBA.
So then what happened to the Hartenstein guy?
Hartenstein.
Stein.
Yes. So
Stein.
that's
Still there.
my thoughts on that. And then is that the game we barely won?
No,
It was close.
It was close in
Closer
the
than
end,
it
but we
should have been.
pulled away.
We won by 6.
Yeah,
Like in the last 30 seconds?
4 minutes or so. Yeah, last 4 minutes we started.
Okay. Well, it all kind of, melts into one as I try to mom while I try to watch this. So
Yeah,
there's my points.
you're great, Liz.
Thanks, babe.
Bulls game. First thing, I was like, we're undermanned. Let's overcome this week, which makes this week all the more impressive, right? Without your full lineup. and which also we're not talking MPJ. Sorry. And then no, sorry.
You made the rule.
My
Drink.
oh, cool. I like it. It's a drinking game. Okay, great. Dave had a second shot of the coronavirus and has a headache, but let's just do it. You know what I liked? I like us late nights. Late nights.
I like late nights too.
No, late game. Into the fourth quarter, we're really good at slobs, like sideline out of bounds. You know what I mean? We defend sideline out of bounds well, and we. Okay,
You
quick,
want to sit in my lap?
Willie style. No room in my lap.
Well, I would say that I was proud of Jokic because they were very physical with him, and Malone got a tee, right? Malone got a tee that game? Malone got teed up that game?
For the lack of ref respect.
I think we're broken record here, but I swear Jokic gets the most scratches out of any human ever.
He bleeds everything.
But Wendell Carter was really trying to get in his head and did for a little bit because Jokic was having some troubles. But then he stepped it up in the fourth quarter when we need him to because he just needs whatever the team needs, he does. If we need him to pass, he'll pass. We need him to score now, he scores. This didn't used to be the case.
No.
There'd be certain games where he'd be like, yo, Jokic, we need you to take over. They don't have anybody. What are you doing? And now he just does it. So
He doesn't
I'm
shrink.
pretty happy about that. And then other than that, I've been working, so I can't really take much out of that game. But Colby White is pretty good for the Bulls. That's that.
That is that. Tim, Bulls game.
Bulls game. I missed a bunch of it as well. My daughter had her second round of shots on Monday.
Shot.
So Tuesday and Wednesday were real rough. And I cooked dinner on a scooter, so you'll find pizza dough and cheese all throughout my house. But yeah, I mean, the thing is like I mentioned last week, when Barton scores in double figures, good things are going to happen. When the unspeakable person does what he does, good things happen. I mean, he scored double digits and had double-digit rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously Yoke and Murray also came out. I mean, I think our big three had over 60 points together, and then you bring in that extra little bit from Barton, you're going to win games. From what I saw, I liked that. I've been waiting all season for Malone to get a technical.
Yeah.
And I was really stoked that he finally stood up for Jokic, who just gets beat up underneath the basket. I mean, big men do, but he doesn't get his respect yet. But overall, I'm happy we were able to walk out of there. I was nervous there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely nervous there for a little bit, but it was the start of a good road trip.
Okay, we're gonna snake it back, Tim. The Bucks game.
The Bucks game. Does anybody else think of Michael Redd when you see a Bucks player wearing number 22?
Yeah,
That's all I could
awesome.
think of. Like Chris Middleton had the ball, and I was like, Michael Redd, every single time. I took a couple notes. I also cooked dinner on this one. There's taco shells everywhere. It was a good week in the little Graph house. That Murray layup, man, when he put that little English spin on it, was pretty awesome. We started slow, but we found our rhythm. I was nervous early that we were just going to get blown out, but we were able to find our rhythm. I think that obviously winning all 4 games on the road is huge, but this was definitely one you can take home and enjoy. And this is in my notes. I heard it after the Bucks game, but ESPN is now referring to Jokic as the dad bod god.
I like it.
It's better than Big Honey.
The dad bod god.
The dad bod god.
Will, we're snaking backwards. The Bucks game.
Yeah, probably one of the best wins, or the best win of the season so far. It was a ton of fun to watch. Yeah, I was worried when they went zone, when they tried that 2-3. I was worried about the rebounding, that was gonna, how that was gonna work out. But man, that shut them down. They had a really good game plan against the Bucks that game, and obviously we dropped. Well, we almost beat them by 25, 30 points. And another great game by Yoke and the big three, who are starting to play well and figuring it out. And again, those other people during these injuries, like, that are stepping up during these injuries, like Chanchar, if you in Latin, and I can't hear myself talk because of my son. But yeah, I think they're all playing great, and that was fun. I was worried early because Antetokounmpo was a little dominant, and then
Yeah, that's why we went to zone, because MBJ could not guard Giannis. And so we went zone, and I was like, this is a horrible idea. And then it changed the whole game. So that was one note. And then I made the note that Chanchar is becoming the hustler we've missed since Eddie Naharat. Liz, thoughts on the Bucks game? Best game of the season.
I only have one comment, and I think it's about the coaching staff, actually, and it goes back to something you said after the Lakers win, and I think it – okay, thanks, Luna. I also think that it has to do with this win, is that I think the coaching staff does a good job of adjusting and making different strategies after a loss. So we had lost to the Bucks, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
And so I think that the coaching staff did an awesome job of changing the strategy of that game, and obviously the outcome was in our favor.
That's a great point, Liz. Wow, that's the best point anyone's made thus far in the Bucks game. Chris, Bucks game?
Can't top that. This was the PJ Dozier game, the breakout game.
Yes, yep.
We do it like 19.
Yeah.
Took 17 shots. PJ Dozier probably took 17 shots in like 5 games.
Yeah.
And he kind of found a little rhythm, little angst. I don't know. I just remember he was making plays. I think he dropped. I think it was the Hartenstein. He dropped a pocket pass between 2 defenders for a dunk. And I'm trying to think if that was the Kings game or if that was the Milwaukee game or the Pacers game.
The interior passing with Milwaukee was really good.
He dropped one that was gorgeous, and it was good to see because he's been out. He's playing his way back in, and to see a game like that from him specifically, who when it comes to wing defense without Gary Harris, he's going to be counted on. So I thought that was a huge game for him.
Totally agree. Miller, thoughts on the Bucks game?
That's problem solving. That's fine. That's just working. We're in a science teacher. This is cool.
Yep.
Matt Miller? Matthew Paul Miller.
Are you still there?
Matthew Paul Miller Jr. the third.
Did we lose everybody?
No, we just lost Matt. Sorry.
Okay.
You're good. You'll be back, Matt. You'll be back. I have faith in you. Worm, thoughts on the Bucks game?
Yeah, I really love the fact that Joker got his 50th career triple-double. So along the lights of Wilt Chamberlain, definitely MVP stature there for the swerving Serbian, right?
Like Liz alluded to, the coaching, whatever his name is, they went to zone. They never really adjusted, and got out coach.
Good job, Worm. Way to play that well.
You're still here. I'm it look like I'm back or I'm gone.
Oh, you're on, dude. You are on. You are so on, Miller. So on. Zeke, thoughts on the Bucks game?
I was super proud of our defense. Only the third time that Milwaukee's been held under 100. So that's a solid Monday for Denver. Chris Middleton usually lights us up. So looks like he had about 20 points, which isn't too bad considering that he usually destroys us. And I was super worried about how good they looked in the paint early as far as Giannis just driving all over the place on MPJ. So I thought zone was a great decision. Super proud of everybody. And like somebody else said, it was just a great game for PJ. He got a couple of those points in the garbage time, but I think he's showing that he's going to be a great piece defensively, and he can definitely spot up, make the threes, and he's a strong finisher at the basket. So really, really great game. Probably, like everybody else said, best game of the season.
Yeah, if I may for just 1 second, a lot of people are giving that person that we're not going to talk about yet a lot of credit in the past week, but we have failed to make the point, at least on a national stage, that Dozier has been playing with us and changed the complexion of our team. Dr. Lucas, did you watch the Bucks game?
I got something for you.
Okay.
Last time I was on, we talked about Barton and Porter coexisting, and that started to mesh a little bit. So in addition to, I mean, the zone, everybody's mentioned that, so I won't beat the dead horse. But Barton and Porter coexisting, I think, is a big deal.
Oh, I think it's a huge deal. I'm with you on that, Kyle. That is a huge deal. And you're right. Barton's been playing well the last week and a half as well. So maybe there's something to be said there. All right, Kyle, we're snaking this thing. Any thoughts on the Pacers game?
You guys should just be thanking the Cavs for fatiguing them the night before.
I'm gonna thank the Cavs all season long, man. Like, we've talked extensively about how, like, if we could just make up games against the Cavs all season, that'd be sweet. So,
Sexland all day,
every day. And I'd also like Andre Drummond on our team, but it's not gonna happen. But I would love that to happen.
Well, you can take him off our hands. We'll gladly give him to you. Just give us something, a second rounder, anything.
If you give us $50 million to take him, and we can give you a G League player.
Throw in some of Melo's old shoes from 2003, and you got a deal.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I'm in.
I'll even give you a 40 of Mickey's, man. We'll throw a 40 of Mickey's on there as well.
Nice deal.
Zeke, Pacers game.
Not a huge points game from Dozier, but 8 assists. That's huge. If he's dishing the ball like that, that's going to be magnificent. Throw that in with all the other things that I've mentioned about how much I love Dozier. And Hartenstein, it was finally a good game from Hartenstein, only 7 points. But, man, that guy worries me every time he touches the ball, and he actually looked pretty good. He had instead of going up and getting a rebound and then just automatically putting it back up, he had a couple times where he like reset the play and move the ball back out. So I thought he had a good game, and it was the first time that I've really thought that Hartenstein looks like he might be like actually playable. So that's it.
Yeah, he did. He has looked playable the last 3 games or so, but playable at best. You know, Zeke, at least Hartenstein brings some like he's not going to take shit. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to take shit. At least he brings that.
He brings that, and he brings like something that Plumlee didn't, which was that, like, he'll actually make his free throws. So
correct.
For that, hey, it's all good.
Yeah. Worm, what do you think?
Yeah, you know, I think that I know we're not supposed to talk about MPJ, but he put up 24 points, so you got to talk about the guy. I mean, he had a really great game. I also noticed the defense really stepped up that game. I think we held the Pacers to around, I want to say 43% shooting percentage. So really awesome to see there. And, you know, nice to come away with the W. We haven't played well against some of these subpar teams. Kind of like, you know, the Wizards, we lost against them earlier. So good to kind of step away from that game with the W, and yeah, really impressive win overall.
Absolutely. Miller?
He's behind.
Yeah, Miller's on a lag, so he's going to hop in while Chris. So, Chris, you might want to talk for like 8 seconds.
Love the game. Was shocked that Doug McDermott's a starter in this league. And watching Jokic play is also fun because it's super fun to watch Sabonis play.
Yeah.
And so watching that chess match, Sabonis had a bad game. He went for like 10.
Sabonis wanted to try to prove a point against him, I think.
And he did.
No.
And but the downfall is Miles Turner kind of kicked the crap out of Jokic, but he didn't have to try too much on defense.
Right.
Because this game was kind of in the bag after about 3.5 quarters.
Right.
And it seemed like the other thing this week, that a trend that we have complained about, whether on the pod or just in conversation, is that they've stopped having crappy third quarters.
Yeah.
And I feel like this week they had good third quarters. And the Indiana game was one of those, I think, good quarters. It seemed good at least.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Lizzie Poo 1-2-1-2.
Not much to add here, as I went to hot yoga during this game.
How
So,
hot was the yoga?
104 degrees
Oh,
with
man.
98%
Sounds
humidity.
horrible.
Charles's shoulders.
I will add that this was a night where Dave was forced to go into the basement
I was
watch the game. So
condemned to the basement.
general comment, and then again general comment. Dozier, I think, has stepped up because of RJ Hampton's minutes, who is now on virus protocol.
Mhm.
So I've also been impressed with Dozier, but I think it's because our bench is competitive in terms of please don't step on my sunglasses, Luna. So yeah, Dozier. That's what I have to add. Thanks, Chris.
Pacers game. I just thought the last 7 minutes was a professional finish. So we just kind of played around all game, and then the last 7 minutes we actually finished them off the way we should have, and it was the right thing. It was the right way to finish. And also, I want McConnell on my team. Sorry.
TJ McConnell.
Yeah, I want him on my team. I don't know how that would happen, but
Is that because you think he's a scrappy gym rat?
I think he is Faku. He's Faku, but bigger, you know? So, I don't know.
Do you like his work ethic?
Yeah, his work ethic. Yeah, absolutely.
Son of a coach, probably. Probably a son of a coach.
Definitely.
I mean,
One of the things we say about
I
white
know Sabonis dropped a triple-double, but I was really impressed that they limited his scoring that night. So that again, we're starting to defend better and better, and particularly in this road trip, they defended really well. I will say, I know Conley dropped the stat. No Nuggets team has ever won 4 in a row on the road, right?
Not in like the last 15, 20 years.
15, 20 years.
No, what?
No Nuggets team in like the last 20 years has won 4 in a row on the road.
I think it was like 2012 was the last time it happened.
Yeah, we were 5-0 in 2012.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Excuse me.
Something like that.
Sorry, we're giving you bad info.
No, you're good. And
I'm your age.
no, they just looked like they were having fun. Like that dunk by Murray at the end with the block, and then the tip in. That sequence was really fun at the end of the game. And like you said, it was a professional finish, Dave. And it's good to see Murray keep his confidence, and the unspeakable keep his confidence. And again, our best 3 players are playing like it lately. So that's been fun.
Pacers game, Tim.
I loved the start, the first 3 minutes. I was like, oh, we're just going to kick the shit out of them. Then reality came, and they came back. I mean, I think it was like 15-2 at one point, and then they went on a scoring run, so I got frustrated there. But, I mean, it was a good team win. Obviously, I mean, we scored 50 points in the paint, which is always a big one for me. We shot 43% from the 3-point arc, which is good for us. If we can shoot that, we're going to win. Again, our big 3 had 20-plus points. Then you add Barton in there with 16 points. When you have Barton scoring in double digits and our big 3 getting close to that 70-75 mark, we're going to win every single time. So while I did get frustrated there for a few minutes, it was a good win, good takeaway. It was solid. It was great to see us get away from. It was great for us to just finally go 4-0 on that road trip. A good way for us to end and head into the All-Star break, and now hopefully certain players will be safe on their travels, and Jokic won't eat too much junk food.
Yeah.
Which is what he said he wants to do this break.
Transition time, my friends. Hopefully Miller rejoins us. Our boy Chris over here has a game for us. Chris, would you like to introduce it?
I've been thinking about this for a while, and I present to you the game Know Your Bridges.
Know your bridges.
Know Your Bridges.
Okay.
So just a little example, little word association. I'll say a bridge. You tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Or I'll say something. You tell me the first bridge that comes to mind. I think we all understand the concept here.
Okay.
Your example, Don Johnson.
Don Johnson. Zeke.
Nash Bridges.
Yeah.
All right. We're tuned in.
That's
All right.
why I went with Zeke.
I'm going to start with an easy one, and I expect someone in the live version to get this quickly. Lebowski.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. All right, there we go.
Jesus, guys.
If you want to
I got it.
fresh credit, if you want to need the dad and the brother, that's fine. All right, Phoenix Suns.
What was that?
Phoenix Suns.
Mikal Bridges.
That is Mikal Bridges. Dave is in the lead.
Thank you. Yes.
San Francisco Collapse.
Golden State Bridges.
That's correct. That's incorrect.
Bay Bridge.
The Bay Bridge, correct.
Oh, okay, there it is. Dr. Luke is coming.
The Charlotte Hornets.
Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges. Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep.
Madison.
Bridges of Madison County.
Texas singer who sings "I'm Coming Home."
Leon Bridges.
Leon Bridges. Does anybody feel frisky enough for the bonus round? Davis clearly won, but I will say, if you get the bonus round correct, you are the ultimate winner. Here we go. This is now Know Your Bogdanoviches.
Okay.
Bogdan.
Isn't it Bogdan?
Bogdan Bogdanovic
Okay.
plays for the Atlanta Hawks. Bojan Bogdanovic plays for the somehow #1 Utah frickin' Jazz.
Right.
Are they A, bros, B, cousins, C, no relation at all, or D, they're not even from the same country? Answers, please.
D.
D
I'm
for
good.
Will.
Which was Cousins B?
Cousins was B.
Yeah, I was going to say B.
Cousins, no relation. Liz,
No idea.
no idea.
No.
Anyone else?
That's B.
C.
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 See,
This was a trick question. They are not related because they're totally from different countries. Bogdan is Serbian. Bojan is Croatian.
Oh, well. It's like
I
the
know my
same country.
Bogdanoviches.
It's not anymore. It's the former Yugoslavia. And trust me, as someone who's been to
Oh, you've
Croatia,
been to Croatia, yeah.
it is different.
Okay.
It's not.
Well, the Croatia's beautiful, right?
Love was lost
Yeah.
because of Slobodan Milosevic. So
God, Milosevic was such an asshole. Oh my God, he was such an asshole.
but I'm glad we have a human rights violation person to lean to. Be like, oh, don't be that guy.
Yeah, right.
So after scoring, I believe Dave has won,
I missed the
Nice,
final. Thank you.
but you won a can of Giggle Nuggets.
Yeah, Giggle Nuggets. Dank IPA.
Thank you all for playing Know Your Bridges and Know Your Bogdanoviches.
Thank you, Chris.
I like it.
All right. Now we are going into the all-star portion because it's go time, man. I'm so pumped that Jokic is the starting center of the all-star team. That just makes me so
Is it
happy.
LeBron's team?
Yeah, LeBron. Team
Yeah,
LeBron.
even
Picked
better.
him late.
And Team
He's still
LeBron
late.
not picking a Jazz also makes me
Until
happy,
the end.
by the way.
Until the end.
Who did he pick?
He went with Mitchell, didn't he?
No, he didn't pick a single
Conley.
Jazz.
No, Gobert and Mitchell are on the same team.
Conley comes in for Booker. Who did LeBron pick Booker?
Nah, I don't know.
Anyone?
Anyone? Bueller.
Hello.
Bueller.
Oh man. Okay. Here we go.
Conley
Where's
came in for
Miller at?
Booker.
Is
Conley's
Miller
in for
back?
Booker.
He gone.
Oh man.
It's okay. All right. Let's do this.
Go play with Roman. Go get him.
We're gonna do an all-star. This is like the mid-year review, sort of, and this. I think this can go kind of quickly as we move through everyone, but we're just gonna pick some people that we think have done astonishing things or things that are important for the Nuggets this year. So I'm starting with this, and we will start with Tim. What was, from the first half of the season, the most memorable individual performance by a Nugget?
I liked Murray's 50-point game. I get Jokic had one. Jokic had a couple 40-point games, but Murray's, the shooting percentage he had in that 50% game hasn't been matched, hasn't been done. It was a NBA. It's an NBA record. His shooting percentage, the way he did it from the threes, he did it. I think Murray's 50-point game effort would be the best individual effort this season.
Will?
I mean, Tim's right on that one. He didn't even take a free throw and dropped a 50-pointer, which is pretty amazing.
NBA record.
I'll go different. and it's because I hate the Utah Jazz, but when Jokic dropped 50 on the Jazz. So I don't believe he had a triple-double that game, but I'm sure he was pretty close. The way he was shooting, and I'd love to see him take it to Gobert because last season in the first early part of that series, Gobert was in his head a little bit. So I really enjoy watching him take down Gobert and dominate him. So I'll go with Jokic's 50-point game against the Utah Jazz.
Mine is Paul Millsap on his birthday, who had a double-double, scored like 24, 23 points or something like that. And, as a person who is now growing older day by day, I respect Paul Millsap more and more. That would be mine. Liz, do you have a most memorable individual performance?
No, I'd go with him. With Jokic.
You're going with Tim and Jokic. Chris, do you have one?
I'm with Will and Jokic for the reason that it exposed Gobert as not an amazing defender.
Yeah.
He's just a really good weak side.
He can
swing
block
and
shots.
block shots, but he can't stop. He can't stop big men.
Right.
So Will is correct here.
Okay. Worm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Joker during the Bucks game most recently. I thought that was a huge performance. Obviously, a triple-double. He had 37 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. Really great win. He's just been coming out super aggressive. I know I've been really harping on him, but love to see him starting in the All-Star game too. Super excited about that tomorrow night. So yeah, I think that's what I would go with. It looks like maybe Miller Time might be back too.
Yeah, I don't see him physically, but his camera is on. Zeke.
I got to go with, I think that Murray's 50-point game was just huge, and he's been, really consistent, at least for the last 11 games that we've had. I know there was some knocks on him early, but he was hurt, and he just wasn't feeling it. He might have been out of shape, but if he gets back to even close to Bubble Murray, I think he's been better than Bubble Murray. And let's not even forget that he's currently the top 5 defender in the NBA too. I don't know what that was, but it looked bad. But yeah, I think
head injury by a 2-year-old. No worries, Z.
Rub it out.
Okay. There was a small earthquake, but it's all good. We're all safe now. Yeah, just top 5 defender, and he's just been lighting it up. And I think that's exactly what we need to make a run is for him. Jokic has obviously been spectacular this year. And if MPJ can keep it up, that's going to be a great combo.
Yeah, dude, that top 5 rating is huge, by the way. Absolutely huge. Dr. Lucas?
I'm just going to go Jokic all year, really carrying the team, putting him on his back every night. I mean, I haven't seen a bad game from him. So just give it up for him for carrying the team night in and night out.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Lucas, we're snaking this, by the way. Do you have a most memorable game other than us crushing the Cavs twice?
Yeah, I don't know. Come back to me.
We're not going to, Kyle. Zeke, do you have one?
We've already been all over it, but I think that Bucks game is going to really set the tempo for the rest of the season. Going into the All-Star break with a crushing defeat over a good team, it's definitely going to be one that I remember. And I think if we see the Bucks again, they're going to remember it. We've kind of had their number for the past few seasons, so I'm definitely a fan of that one, and we'll remember it.
Yeah, that Bucks game was awesome. Chris, do you have a favorite game first half of the season?
Warriors game?
Yeah, I love beating the Warriors.
That was. I know they're an 8th seed and they're not making the playoffs, but they're still 3-in-a-row champ.
Right.
That's not a pushover squad. It's still got Steph Curry.
Oh, they have some pieces, man, and they're showing it, right? And Steph Curry is proving that he's still really good, which we thought maybe he'd fall off, especially with Klay Thompson. But
I think Jokic will midnight that. Yeah, I'm gonna go that.
Okay, Golden State. Liz?
The Lakers win?
Yes.
because of the pure enthusiasm of my husband to then call my brother at approximately 10:30 at night to then talk about the Nuggets win for another 20 minutes. I'm going with the Lakers win.
I also love the Lakers win, Liz.
What a
for
surprise!
all the reasons you just stated. And anytime we beat the Lakers, it's good times. Favorite win or game so far?
Yeah, I'm going back to my favorite performance, and it's going to be the Utah game because we snapped their 10-game win streak. Or no, it's more than that.
We're good at snapping win streaks.
We snapped those win streaks, and it was just fun. We were knocking down shots early, and we were rolling. So it was.
There's some
good
other
times.
crazy person in their house.
So yeah, it'll be the Utah game.
Tim?
Yeah, I was going to go with the Utah game, but I like that Lakers game. There's been several. But for me to snap that Utah game, the way we played, the way we were able to defend their three, the way we were able to shoot the three that game was huge. So I'm definitely going to follow up Will's wisdom over here and say that Utah game.
Utah! Hey, kids, go play in traffic. Timmy, we're snaking. Timmy,
Yes,
we're
sir.
snaking.
Yes, sir.
Who are your 5 Nuggets All-Stars of the season? 5 Nuggets that you are your All-Stars.
My All-Stars, Jokic, Murray, MPJ because of late. I'm going to give it to my boy Facu. And the 5th one, I guess would have to be Dozier, just the way our team changed completely when he came back.
Okay. Your 5 Nuggets All-Stars, Will.
Yeah, going to be Facu. Going to be Murray. Has to be Jokic. MPJ. I don't want to say the same.
Yeah, I think
Najee?
Yeah. Yes.
Because he gave it like he's going to be huge for not just for us now, but in the future. And he is our future power forward, in my opinion, or off the bench. You know, he's going to be a major piece. I wanted to say Hampton, but he just hasn't been getting the minutes enough lately. But honorable mention, RJ Hampton.
COVID protocols. My 5 Nuggets All-Stars are RJ Hampton, RJ Hampton, RJ Hampton, RJ Hampton, and RJ Hampton. Liz, your 5 Nuggets All-Stars.
He's a bit tough fire.
Jokic,
Thank you for getting that.
Jokic, Jamal, Dozier, Hampton,
Can you name 5?
Millsap.
Okay.
and I guess Facu.
You like Facu?
But I can't stand Barton.
Okay, so he's
I'm-
not. He's like the opposite of an All-Star.
I'm over Barton. So over.
Tim, are you bringing beers, dude?
I can't. I'm going to go to the restroom first.
I
Okay.
can name mine and get yours.
Okay, 5 Nuggets All-Stars.
Joker, Murray, MPJ, Zeke, and Monte.
Yeah. Oh, Monte. Will?
I feel like he hadn't been playing well after that shoulder injury.
Okay. Worm, your 5 Nuggets All-Stars.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jokic and Murray, of course. And then I like Facu. Monte Morris, man. I like Monte. It's my boy. And then MPJ. So pretty similar to the rest of the crew. I definitely thought Harris was up there too. But, yeah, that's who I'd go with.
Awesome. Zeke?
Obviously, MPJ, Murray, Jokic, Najee, and Morris. I mean, I love Najee. He's got a great name. He's got a great story, and man, I can't help but love that guy. So I think he's going to be huge.
You're also, Zeke, knowing you're super into classical music, so
Yes.
you're a little biased. Dr. Lucas?
Jokic, Murray. I'm gonna go Morris, Millsap for his leadership, and Hampton.
I love the Millsap throw in there, man. Thank you.
I had a Millsap throw in there, and
Well-
you thought I couldn't even name 5.
I love your Millsap throw in too. I love all your throw ins, Liz.
Jay, what do you feel? Yes, sir.
I've got that.
The sensei.
I've got that one. Okay. This year so far, who's our skills challenge champion? Dr. Lucas.
Oh, let's go with. I'm gonna go Jokic because he does everything. He can pass the ball. He gets his hand in there on defense, and he does it all.
That's pure entertainment from Dr. Lucas there. Zeke.
Baku.
Baku. Heiberger.
I'm going Dozier with this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bit of a wild card, but you can see where I'm going with it. He's got the handles. He can play a little defense too, so I'm going Dozier.
All right. That's awesome. Chris, you're a skills challenge champion from the Nuggets.
The Argentinian Chris Paul.
Just not as fat.
Not as fat. Far better looking. No State Farm endorsements.
Far
Just
better looking.
plays for the heart.
Yeah.
Of the sport.
Yeah. Just plays hard, man.
Well, and he does dick things.
Yeah.
He totally does dick things, and that's what you need in a skills competition.
You need dick things.
Dick things. Hashtag dick things.
Yeah, I guess you kind of need dick things in a lot of different realms
No,
of
you
life. Okay, never mind. Liz, your skills challenge.
Well, the way that I look at this is very different from you, but I would say Monte because I feel like he has the composure and the ability to complete the skill challenge as I assess it according to the All-Star skills challenge. So I'm going to go with Monte.
Yeah, I'm also going with Faku, and it's a shame that he's not playing in the
I didn't
skills.
go with Faku, so you can't say also.
No, other people went with Faku.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's. Can I say also now?
No.
I'm also going with Faku because of I think he should be in the skills challenge. It's a shame he's not. But he was named to the World versus USA. Why don't they play that game? They're playing the All-Star game. Just play the other game, dude. All right, whatever. I mean, like, if you're gonna go for it, like, go for it.
Because one of the starters has COVID twice.
Twice?
MPJ.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, these people. I'll take a drink for that one.
Okay.
What did I miss, Dave?
Nothing yet. Will, who is your skills challenge champion?
I get it. We all think it's Faku or Joker, but again, if we're gonna assess what the skills challenge is, the dribble slalom, the pass accuracy, and the shooting, it's gonna be Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Murray's gonna be one of the fastest through the dribble slalom. I think his slalom. I haven't had that much to drink despite that, but my inability to pronounce slalom.
Slalom.
Shalom.
I think it's Slonger? Slinging Studer?
But anyway, the pass accuracy, I think he can do that. He has an underrated ability to pass. and he's one of the best shooters on the team and potentially in the league. I wish he was in the 3-point contest. So I'm going to go with Murray.
Do you think a cone needs to trip him first so he gets angry?
Yeah, he's got to get
Right. Someone's got to go in front of him and then say, like, beat that asshole.
I don't know if you guys are into Reddit, but, Reddit can be fun at times. The University of Kentucky Reddit feed was like, why do you think Murray went off for 50? And it showed a picture of his girlfriend who was once a University of Kentucky volleyball player. And apparently they hung out the night before he went out.
It's
They
love.
didn't take a video.
Right. Zeke's shaking his head because he's made videos, and he's like, I don't know, man.
They're
That's
not in
it.
Pornhub though.
Why not, Zeke?
They're
He
on
went to the
Instagram.
barber the night before, too. Sorry.
Are we going with our skills
Yeah, your
Yes,
skills.
skills challenge. Stay focused.
from the Nuggets?
Yes, from the Nuggets.
From the Nuggets. I really did want to see Jokic participate in that again. Obviously, Faku would be up there like everybody else has been saying, but I'm on board with Will on Jamal Murray. Just the way he's been playing all around. I agree that his dribble slalom would be very
Yes.
he'd be quick. He'd be quick. He'd be good, and he's been passing the ball well. And I'm gonna jump on Will's bandwagon and go with Murray.
Timmy, we're snaking.
Yeah.
Who's the Nuggets 3-point champ this year?
I'm should go Jamal Murray again here on this one.
Okay.
While I do like how we've got some other people shooting from the outside, I think Jamal Murray would be more likely to get on the run and consistently shoot from the outside. Jokic could compete as well. PJ Joser's kind of there, but I think Jamal Murray would be our guy from the Nuggets.
Well,
It's Murray. I mean, MPJ takes too long to shoot. So if we're doing a 3-point competition, he doesn't have a quick enough release to win that. He has a great shot. He's starting to figure out how to use his legs a little bit
He
more.
has to wind up.
He's working the
Again, and he's working that dribble handoff that's been helping him out. But anyway, no, it's going to be Murray. Maybe MPJ next, but Murray.
Murray Flurry.
mine is Zeke.
Yes.
Zeke is mine.
Oh, nice.
Liz, who's yours?
MPJ, I'm going to go against Will.
MPJ wins that, by the way.
Yep. So I'm
Well,
going to say
well,
MPJ.
the only
The
problem
name we do not speak of.
the only problem with MPJ
Cody
is
White
he has
said
such a
he's
good arc and release. It might take too long.
No,
to get
I think he gets over it because it's a contest.
Cody
Is he gonna-
Wise
is he
did
gonna
say he's the
square
best
up
shooter on the
every
team.
single time?
Yeah, he
Cody
did say
Wise
that
said he
last
was the
year.
best shooter on the team.
Inside info you only get here on Bros on Nuggs. Chris.
I want to say Zeke because Zeke's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to say Zeke. But I just really hope that Zeke just follows the Millsap plan in life.
Right.
That's my big hope for him is that he just goes to Millsap school. Like he's 19.
Oh,
There's
dude.
just so much with him.
Oh, dude. Yeah. And he defends well. He also defends really well.
Well, because he has rhythm. I mean, I'm not making a joke about that.
No, no.
He's
No,
got
that's a
rhythm.
real
We know
thing.
the piano playing jokes and whatnot.
No,
But
that's a
like
real
guys
thing.
that can dance are better defenders, and he clearly has rhythm. So
That's why I was such a good defender.
That's what I was
That's
thinking.
it.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. You guys love it when I 1-2 step. Big Worm, who's your 3-point champ from the Nuggets?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Liz on this one. I'm going MPJ. It's a close tie between Murray and MPJ, but I think MPJ is definitely finding his stroke, and I think he could definitely knock a few dimes down from the 3-point arc. So, yeah.
It's fun, they say.
Thank you, Worm. Zeke.
I gotta go with Murray. I mean, I want to go MPJ, but when Murray's taking those shots in the fourth, jacking up like breakaway, what should be a dunk, and then jacking up a for sure 3, you never doubt that it's going in. So I gotta go Murray, unfortunately.
That's not. Why are you saying unfortunately, dude?
Because I want to go MPJ, but I just can't.
Okay. Yeah. It's hard, isn't it?
It is.
Dr. Lucas.
It's hard, but I'm gonna do it. I'm going with Porter. I'm with Liz and Worm.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Isn't that crazy to say?
It
Dr.
is.
Lucas.
It is, but I like it.
Kyle, I would like to think that I have something to contribute, to you being a doctor through our tag team championships. So
Of course. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten there without you.
thank you. I
That
appreciate it.
changed the entire trajectory of my life, in fact.
What if we had lost that contest, man?
I'd probably be homeless right now
Selling drugs.
and on drugs for sure.
Okay. Kyle. Dr. Lucas, who is your Nuggets dunk guy?
I'm gonna go RJ Hampton.
Yeah! Yes!
Probably ruinous.
Zeke.
RJ for sure.
Yes!
This is hard.
Big Worm.
Hampton, hands down.
Yeah! Chris?
Oh, Hartenstein.
He does like to throw it down.
Yeah, Hartenstein.
Hartenstein does like to throw it.
Stein.
He does like to throw it down.
He does.
Yeah. And he's not afraid, which is what I like about him. Liz, you're dunk champ for the Nuggets this year?
Hampton, because he likes to posterize.
Oh, man. You got to speak up. Speak.
Oh, Jay Hampton.
Thank you. Thank you, Liz.
Talk about yourselves.
Talk about yourselves.
I'll tell you something.
The Holy Roman Empire was neither holy nor Roman nor an empire. Discuss. Mine's RJ Hampton. I love that guy. Yours?
Bull.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Bull had that really sick
Yeah.
jump warm up.
Did you see that reverse 360?
Yeah, but he's like
Yeah.
7'2". Like,
I'm just trying not to say RJ Hampton.
okay,
I didn't.
God,
I appreciate the
Jesus.
anti.
Tim.
the anti-active.
Fuck who? I mean, obviously RJ, but I mean, come on, fuck who can dunk apparently, and like when he tries in a game, he screams real
He
loud.
screams.
So I think it would be really fun to watch him try to compete.
That was
Plus, he's short, and you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. A 5'10" dude dunking an NBA basketball, give the man the benefit of the doubt.
Who's a better dunker, him or Steve Francis?
Steve Francis.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, Dave, that was not a
Steve
competition.
Francis.
So
Yeah.
Steve Francis
I mean,
is
you got
better
to
than
compare him to like
Facu?
Muggsy Bogues or somebody. Come on, dude.
Well, who's another short? Oh, who's that
Earl
other
Boykins.
short guy?
Spud Webb. Spud Webb won it 5'7".
Inside winning the game.
Spud Webb, dude. He was
Webb
doing
got
like,
up.
yeah.
How about Earl Boykins?
Yeah, Earl Boykins.
Earl Boykins dunk.
I'm Earl Boykins.
Oh, yeah, if you throw him up there.
If you get some of those cheerleaders out to
If we played
toss
the
them.
game with the trampolines.
Yeah.
Can I just say I think it's bullshit that there's no timeout for Tim, but this is going to be my timeout for Tim.
We're making time for Tim.
We're
That,
making
time
time out for
I'm sorry, but Jokic got no love in the All-Star draft, man. I mean, he was the 4th pick by frickin' LeBron.
Well, the thing that bothered me was he was after Doncic.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
really got me.
Doncic. I love how you call him Doncic.
I hate that guy.
No, he was
Call him
after
Doncic.
Doncic. You look at a couple of those people he's after, and it's bullshit. It's like give this man his due. I mean, he's doing things
I
that
get-
a 7-footer hasn't done before
I get
at a
Can I
consistent
say-
level.
I get after Giannis. I don't get after
You're right.
Luka.
No,
You're exactly right.
The whole draft. Look at it on the other side. He got screwed. I mean, it's bullshit.
I just knew Durant wasn't going to draft him.
No. Yeah, there was some things there. We need not go down
But
rabbit holes.
he's not getting his love from the fellow All-Stars, and I think it's bullshit because he's doing things that haven't been done by a center consistently in modern era of basketball.
Or any era of basketball.
I mean, he's tying records from like centers. You know, he's tying like Wilt Chamberlain, and he's tying all these centers that were thought to be untouchable, and now he's tying them and like joining them in their realms. And I think he's underappreciated, even amongst the other NBA players, and I think it's bullshit.
Can I be devil's advocate, Dave?
I would love for you to be devil's advocate, Dave.
Okay.
I'm gonna bean dip you.
Please
Getting all
don't.
worked up over here.
There's
Hot pot of coffee.
What is bean dip?
you don't know what bean dip means?
You're gonna
You
find
take
out
a guy's
later.
man boob
Yeah.
and you flip it up.
Well, it doesn't have to be a man.
That's way better than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to describe it as a man boob? Like you could just like
Because we all got him. The three of us got him.
the pectoral.
Pectoral area.
Look,
It bounces and jiggles.
it's a positionless league these days, and so to call Jokic a center is almost not fair to Wilt Chamberlain.
No, that's true. I mean, I'll give you that.
Get
There's
outta
so
here.
many stats that Chamberlain contrived. Like he didn't want to pass one season; he wanted to set the assist record, so he just didn't.
Right.
Because he was like, "Oh, this is so easy." Like Chamberlain is more myth than man. I'm
Right.
just gonna say.
There's
He also
I mean-
had like 7 teams that he played against.
there's also a push out there to just
Not a
get
very
rid of.
diverse league either. You know?
No, they're trying to. There's some sports analysts out there that want to push to just get rid of positions altogether, and then you're just voting for 5 people on a team.
Yeah.
But I think it's the evolution of basketball, is the fact that the center is no longer a Shaquille O'Neal type guy.
No.
Yeah.
Now, I would say that if a Shaquille O'Neal type guy popped up nowadays, he'd be extremely dominant on the offensive end and would get blown by on the defensive end. But
Well,
the
he'd
way
have
he
to guard
dominates-
people out on the perimeter.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying defensively it would be hard, but offensively, that guy would be unstoppable. It's just the evolution of the game, and if you can't handle it, that sucks. But bringing all the people from Europe over, bringing all those European players over, has really just changed the way the big man, the 3, 4, 5 guys play. And I just, that's the way the game has evolved.
Well, I said this to Dave earlier, but the Nets, their starting center is a 6'4" dude named Bruce Brown,
Right.
and that guy gets points, and he gets points in a variety of ways because he's just the 5th guy out there. He's not the center; he's just the 5th guy out there. And you're right. Like we talk about positionless basketball, and they still try and apply position to positionless basketball.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I think that's where I'm at. But it's nonetheless, it's impressive.
It gives me hope that I might be able to get some minutes. It's really what it is. It's like a 6-foot power forward with some handle and a lot of friskiness.
What do you add? What would you add to the game? Bean dipping people?
I mean, we just played Know Your Bridges. Like, that's what I bring to a locker room.
What would you add to the game?
I'd maybe bring a little Gilbert Arenas style to the plane ride.
You mean guns?
Whoa.
You bring guns to the plane ride? All right, we digress. Tim, who's your sixth man on the Nuggets?
Oh, Luna.
Sixth man of the year. Go on there
Sixth man of the year.
for the Nuggets.
You know, it's, for me, it's going to be, and it's neither of them have played consistently. One because of injuries, the other because he's a rookie. But I'm kind of in between. God damn, that's a tough question. I have three guys pop in my head: RJ, Dozier, and Facu. But I think I will go with RJ. I like what he does. I like how he hustles. I like the way he plays defense. I like how he crashes the boards.
Rebounds.
He's starting to find his confidence to shoot from the outside. They're starting to fall. He loves to dunk on people. So, I know I mentioned three guys, but I'm going with RJ.
Your sixth man?
If it was early in the year, I would have told you JaMychal Green.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Then he just started, he was knocking down threes early in the season. And I really liked it because he was coming off that injury. And then I was like, man, he's starting to figure it out. Now, it'd probably be Facu just because if you look at the plus minus, what happens when Facu plays. I really understand the RJ one because, he's just so talented, and we're so excited to see that player and see him develop and want him to be an integral part of the team. But right now, I think it's Facu because he brings that energy. He always brings effort. You never have to worry about Facu's effort. He's smart. He's fun to watch. He brings that energy that we need in that second unit. And he runs because we're not known for him. We're one of the slowest teams in the NBA. But when we talked about this in our first podcast, we talked about how we need the second unit to play fast. And Facu has brought that. And he is I wish he would shoot better. I still don't think he's a great shooter.
That's my brother-in-law.
Sorry, Will.
Yeah, so Facu. Let's move on.
Okay. Good points, Will. I'm going to go with Zeke.
They were great points.
Zeke is my sixth man of the year. He changes things when he's in the game. He defends the 4 and the 3 really well, and he hits threes. So there you go.
She went in.
I'm going to go with a completely different opinion, and I think that the bench has been too inconsistent, and I think that's a concern in the second half of the year, so I don't have a sixth man, but if I was to pick one, it would be Dozier, and that's just because of his performance the past week.
Can you say that to the microphone?
That's what I said!
Oh, Jesus.
Booby clap.
What's your set?
Booby clap.
Again, too
What,
inconsistent.
Seth?
I'm not picking a sixth man. I'm disappointed.
I said the guitar.
And
Is
I'm
that
concerned
a Dave?
going into the second half of the year.
Are you really?
Yeah. I'm
Why?
concerned. Because that's the issue.
We
Our
just won-
bench is the issue.
All right.
I need a treehouse.
All right. That's fair. Chris, do you have a sixth man for the Nuggets?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little more hopeful about who their sixth man should be, and that's Will Barton.
Yes.
Will Barton
That's who it should be. Yep.
the sixth man of the year
I'm
because
with you.
it is not fluid when he runs out there with the starting five,
Yeah.
and to be so much better with him on the second unit. So I'm Barton.
Will Barton, Worm.
Really.
Yeah, tough decision. I was thinking Ball for a minute, he's starting to step up a little bit, the big guy. But I think I'd have to agree with Will, go with Facu on this one. He just brings so much energy off the bench, and the way that he can pass and steal the ball. He's got a lot of fundamentals, and I really love to watch him play. So, yeah, I'd go with Facu for the sixth man.
Facu.
Oh, you grabbed a bunch?
Zeke.
I got to go with Monte Morris. I know he's starting right now, but I don't think he's going to be starting when everybody gets healthy. And I think even though he's had a rough couple games, he's been kind of off. Who knows if it's that shoulder injury or what. I just think he's a steadying presence, and he's got great ball awareness, and he rarely makes mistakes. Like he had one turnover, and he has had a rough couple games, but I just got to go with Monte Morris. The dude is just lights out, and he's gonna steady himself. So Monte,
He'll find his groove again, man.
oh yeah.
Right? Yeah. You're right, Zeke. How dare we overlook him? Like,
How
seriously.
dare you?
I'm sorry, he was an all-star.
By we, I mean the royal we. Me.
Apologies.
I've been overlooking. Dr. Lucas.
Zeke stole mine, actually. I was going to go with Morris as well. Just the consistency, the assist to turnover ratio. He doesn't turn over the ball. So that's a good backup point guard to have.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Do you have a most improved Nugget this year?
I have a least improved Nugget in Will Barton. How's that?
I'm okay with least improved, Kyle. That's fine.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You guys hear that?
Least
Kyle?
improved.
Sorry, we had them.
Who was his least improved?
Will Barton.
No, well, yes, obviously. Good call. I like it.
Zeke, do you have a most or least improved Nuggets?
I'd say most improved is MPJ. He's like finally fitting into the offense. It's not like a Jamal or an MPJ game. They've shown that they can kind of coexist. They're looking to get him going. And if he can be a 20-point scorer for multiple games, that's going to be huge for us. So MPJ.
Big Worm, most improved, least improved?
I'm going to go with least improved, and I'm going to go JaMychal Green. I was really hot on him, early on in the season, but unfortunately he's had some injuries, and he's fighting that off right now. So would love to see him come back in the second half of the season. But yeah, that's been kind of tough. And I think I go with Green on that one.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you on that. Chris, do you have a most or least improved Nugget?
Green's a great move. It's mean to say Millsap, right?
As least improved?
Or most. I think because he's just Paul Millsap.
Yeah, right?
Least improved Nugget, I'm going to keep trashing on Will Barton. He's got so many skills, and I'll be honest, like the Nuggets picked him over Beasley, and they could have sent him in that deal. I really wish they would have kept Beasley. So Barton, least improved Barton.
Liz, do you have a most improved or least improved?
I have a most improved, and it may be an unpopular opinion. I would go with Jamal Murray because I feel like he played inconsistently at the beginning, and I feel like he stepped it up throughout the season. And so I would actually say Jamal Murray because I think he's getting back to Bubble Murray.
Yep, and mine is actually Nikola Jokic because he has started to score when he needs to, and he passes when he needs to, and he's dunking, like all good things. Mine is Nikola Jokic as the most improved Nugget so far.
Did you grab the cord?
Yeah, I know. Will?
I'm going to agree with you with Nikola. He's got that killer instinct. When we need him to score, he scores. When we need him to pass, he passes. I mean, he wasn't in the MVP conversation quite yet the last couple seasons, and now he's a front runner, in my opinion. So, yes, I will agree with Nikola. And the least improved, and I don't think it's not necessarily his fault, but maybe his attitude, and that would be Bull. I really thought that he was going to be a somewhat bigger part of this team.
Yeah.
He's not.
It's disappointing.
He is despondent from this team right now.
He likes to say despondent.
I like that word.
And so least improved right now is Bull, because in my opinion, I think he would be prior to the season starting, I thought he was going to be in the rotation.
For a guy that other teams covet.
Someone would say he hasn't got the opportunities to progress anyway. But
We have the inside info.
we know that he has not really been the greatest of teammates currently.
Nope.
But he's a young kid. He's learning. So most improved Jokic, least improved Bull.
Timmy, do you have a most improved Nugget?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Good.
You guys have all mentioned great people. I think have all improved. But from the beginning of this season to this point, I really think it's Facu. He came into this league undersized, not able to shoot from the outside. He was kind of puzzled. He was kind of puzzled by the NBA game, and I think he's really started to find his stride in the NBA. That dude is scrappy as shit on defense, and I love it. He's not afraid of anybody. I mean, Bradley Beal tried to back him down, and he played great D and got a steal. So for me, our most improved, for me anyways, is going to have to be Facu. And I'm going to jump on Will's game here and say Bull. After what he put out in the finishing or the play-in games, if you will, of the regular season in the bubble, I thought Bull was going to be – I honestly thought at the beginning of this season Bull was going to be in contention. Was going to be in contention for Rookie of the Year just based off of how he played inside the bubble. And that obviously hasn't come to fruition, which is unfortunate. It is disappointing. The guy's got talent. I'm not sure he's fitting on our team, which is unfortunate because I like him. Like everybody said, we have inside intel that says he's got poor attitude. I mean, he's 20, 21. Finally hit adversity in his career, and he's struggling with it. So, most improved, Facu. Least improved would be Bull.
Timmy,
Yes, sir.
last question from our all-star segment here.
Yes.
Who's the Nuggets MVP so far this season?
Jokic. I mean, that dude, like Dave, like you mentioned when you talked about your MVP, Dave, and your most improved, you talked about how Jokic has grown. Jokic has grown so much. In the past, he's let players get inside his head, and like that has taken him out of games. But he has not let that happen. Maybe they've affected him for two or three possessions, but that man has grown so much. So I'm gonna go with Jokic.
Will, do you have your MVP for the Nuggets so far?
It's Jokic.
Yeah, it's Jokic. Mine is also Jokic. Liz!
Jokic!
Okay, Chris.
Rowan.
Oh, shit. Okay. Big Worm, Nuggets MVP.
The swerving Serbian all day long.
Yeah.
Swerving Serbian. Nice.
Dead bod God.
Zeke, I realize that everyone who's made this comment so far is white. So, Zeke, do you have a different?
No, it's got to be Yoke. I mean, come on, the dude's an MVP. The dude's a league MVP. I mean, what else can he say?
How pumped are you to watch him at least a little bit play against Embiid in this All-Star game?
I mean, I am stoked to see it, but I know that they kind of all take it kind of half off. I'm more excited to see them actually play the 76ers in, what is it, like a week or two, something like that. So I think that's going to be a real big deciding factor on the actual MVP race.
Yeah, agreed. Dr. Kyle Lucas, do you have an MVP so far?
Jokic.
Yeah, dude. He has to be, right?
Yeah, and I do think, I mean, especially if the Nuggets can move up a couple of spots, he should be the league MVP.
Right?
They give it to Westbrook in a crap season. So.
Oh, yeah. And we're not in a crap season.
And we're not in a crap season.
Oh, man. Okay.
No,
Okay, we've gone a while here, gentlemen. We don't have much else to talk about, but we do want a couple thoughts on the second half of the season.
Bring him. We're starting.
Well, we're gonna go to Dr. Lucas because we're snaking this.
Dr. Lucas.
Kyle, is there a team you'd like to see in the first round? Like your perfect first round matchup for the Nuggets? Who is it?
I would like to see them play Utah and take it to them and knock them out in the first round.
Exactly.
You want us to be the 8th seed in play-in games?
No, I mean that's just what I'd like to see. Of course, I don't want them to be the 8th seed, but and I don't think Utah will have as good of a second half. I don't think they'll. Well, Yeah, I don't think they'll end up being the number 1 seed, but
Okay. So you think it falls favorably to us at some point where it's like a 3-6,
yeah,
5?
yeah.
Yeah. I would love to beat the Jazz again in the first round.
Yeah, it's wishful thinking, but that's what I'd like to see.
Yep. Jazz first round. Zeke, first round matchup that you foresee happening that might be like actual, like logistically clear.
I think that we could definitely move into a seed where we could play the Clippers at some point, and I would love to see us take on the Clippers and see if we could take it to them again after being down 3-1. So I'd say realistically, I think that they're kind of slipping a little bit. I think we're going to be moving up in the second half, and I could see a scenario where we're facing the Clippers.
Giggle Nuggets is really good. Do you have a first round matchup other than the Spurs? I know you'd love to see.
You skip Big Worm.
Oh, Worm. Sorry.
Big Worm.
I got snaked on that one. Yeah, I agree very much with Zeke. I think it'd be great to see the Clippers. I do like the Jazz too, but I think the Suns, like we've matched up really well against the Suns this year. Earlier on in January when we had that 5-game road trip, we ended up beating them twice, back to back. And I really like our matchup against them. I know they're the 2nd seed in the Western Conference right now, but I feel like we could take them down. And, the Trailblazers, too, we match up pretty well. So you got to feel good. I mean, they play really well against these teams. But, yeah, I'd say the Suns for sure.
Okay, Chris, you?
I should have gone before Big Worm because I think the Blazers would be a great matchup. But I think it's going to happen because the Nuggets have the second half schedule. They have the 26th hardest schedule.
Right.
So they should be able to steamroll a lot of teams.
Oh, we're going to jump up standings.
Jump up to 3 or 2.
Yeah.
Portland is going to keep getting hurt because that's what Portland does.
Yeah.
And I think Portland could drop to be one of those low seed or one of those kind of bottom seeds, and then you're gonna have to deal with Dame, Old Man Mello, and the corpse of Jusuf Nurkic.
The corpse.
So, but I mean they got to take that seriously though, because when they ran to Eastern Conference teams that they should have crushed, Wizards for example,
Right.
Kings, like Western bad teams like the Kings, like they don't show up. So they got to take the second half seriously.
Agreed.
To get out of this 6-5 crap that they're in right now and get up to a 3-2 spot. So
It's a great point. Liz, is there a team you want to see us play in the first round?
Not really. I know who I don't want to see, and I actually don't want to see the Jazz. It is because of last year. Because we beat them in 7 games. So not much to add.
Take it back.
They're missing the
don't
OG.
like it.
Don't like it. Give it back.
Worm, I'm with you. I would like somehow for our first round, whether we be the 4 and the Suns the 5, or the Suns are the 4 and we're the 5. I'm with you on that. I would love to see that matchup.
God, Facu versus Chris Paul.
Yeah, exactly. And I want that in the first round
Who's gonna flop
because
more?
who will flop more?
Who's going to punch the other one in the dick first?
I love it.
State Farm doesn't cover
Jake comes running out.
Jake, you punched him in the dick.
It's okay. We cover that.
But yeah, I'm with you, Worm.
You punched him in the
Will, do you have a first round matchup you prefer?
First round matchup, as long as it's not one of the LA teams,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. I get how great the Jazz have been playing, and they're not the same Jazz team per se as last year, and nor are we. But
Definitely not the same Jazz team.
No, we're not the same team. Yeah, obviously, different year, but is it though?
Is it all the same?
Last year's felt really all the same.
Are the years?
No,
do
I
years
don't-
even matter?
I mean, like Worm said, I don't fear the Suns. Maybe I fear them a little bit more than you guys because I think
They're always close. It's always close.
I think their auxiliary players like Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Langston Galloway can be good shooters, but I just don't want to face the Spurs.
Really?
Yeah, too many wings.
Yeah, I know we beat the
Too much
Spurs
weirdness.
I mean, ideally, I don't
Is it
want
just
to.
because the coaching?
I just don't want to play the Spurs again because it's going to go 7.
You're
You're like, why is it going 7?
Yeah. We
So-
should be crushing this team, and it's 7
No, you
games.
don't want to play this.
I like Chris, and I would like to see the banged up Blazers.
Yep.
The jail Blazers.
Tim, do you have a preferable first round matchup?
I really like the idea of facing the Suns, just because even though I know they beat us once out of the 3 times, I really feel like we should have won that game. I feel like we match up well with them, and I feel like they'll be overconfident. I think that'd be a good one. Anybody in the Northwest Division, anybody in our division, I'm very confident against. I don't care how many games it will go, but we could beat the Jazz. We could beat Portland. We could beat any of those teams. I don't want to face an LA team in the first round.
Yep.
San Antonio, just because of the history and the fact that they were all guapo, they scare me as well. But give me the Suns or anybody from our division because we take it to our division and we take it to the Suns.
Mic drop. Yeah.
No, we both agree. We're in agreement.
All right.
Which is rare, so good thing it's caught on camera.
We've done a great job today. There's one last topic to discuss.
Yes. What is it?
Well, it's trades.
And I do too miss the Nuggets dancers.
Chris is forte.
Oh, it's not about the Nuggets dancers.
It's amazing I'm not sweating already.
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the Nuggets' future moving
Oh, I thought
forward.
we were talking about the dancers. So
Sweat more over trades than dancers.
Hold on. Maybe the end of this is everyone's just topic. Like you can go
no,
dancers.
what was your question?
Yeah.
Well, no. The,
March
que-
trade?
the question
I wanna talk
is
for like
March
3 minutes.
25th is the trade deadline.
Okay. Am I sneaking it?
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
turn?
it stinks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
19
Trade
days.
I don't want to take any trades. I want to sign Blake Griffin.
You can't.
What about the Nets, man?
He already signed.
Oh, he signed today with the
Or he's
Nets?
going to.
Isn't that
Well,
what's
no,
happening?
it's a hypothetical. I think it would be great to bring him in.
Which
He's a
means
threat
yes.
from the outside. He could be a threat on the inside. Paul Millsap is old and injured. He can kind of take that over. Green, yes, he can play 4, but I think he'd probably do a little bit better not playing 4. I'd rather try to sign him or DeMarcus Cousins. I've been a big guy that we don't bang well deep. And, we don't bang well deep. That sounds horrible.
That's the back. That's what says it here on the Dad Bod God T-shirt. We don't bang well deep.
Yeah.
That's
I get
how
it.
that works.
I love
Get a
it.
giant
Touche.
schlong on the front.
It'd be a small slump because we don't bang well deep.
We don't bang long deep.
I want to see us bring someone in who's physical, who's strong, who can post up
you
in the
can bang
big.
short deep.
I know what I said sounded horrible, but we need to. I don't want to see a trade. I'd rather see us sign a free agent. Blake Griffin would be the one to get. Obviously, we probably aren't going to get him. DeMarcus Cousins is also out there. He's scrappy. He's physical, and physicality is something we've missed underneath the boards. We don't necessarily have that person who's like the shot blocking threat. And I feel like if we had someone who's a little bit more physical under there, and the 2 names that came to me were Blake Griffin, who would be like the person because he can shoot outside, he can play underneath the basket. But I would take DeMarcus Cousins because that dude is physical as fuck.
Time out real quick. Is Blake Griffin older or younger than Zeke? Yeah. Ezekiel.
He's
Yeah.
younger.
He's got to be younger, right?
Younger. Zeke's older than me.
Zeke's not older than you.
Zeke, how old are you?
I'm 36 right now.
He's older than me.
Holy shit, Zeke.
Yeah, I think Blake Griffin's got to be younger, right?
Blake Griffin's
oh,
only
yeah.
30.
32? He's 31.
He's 31.
Yeah, 31.
I long ago passed that like fun part of sports where you're like, oh, like he's around my age. Now it's like, what is he still doing in the league? This man is incredible.
Fucking LeBron James.
Jumped over IKEA.
Yeah.
Could have jumped over it.
Jump over.
I could jump over a
Get
Kia.
Liz's car out here. I'll jump over IKEA.
Back Dave's Volkswagen out. Let's see who can jump it.
Volkswagen.
Ja.
Zach the Volkswagen.
Oh, it needs a hard car wash, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It sure
But
does.
that means it's loved.
Mm. Okay.
Trades?
Yeah. Well,
Trades to me.
trades. Do you want to make any moves?
I like the it's intriguing, but I don't think. Okay, it's the Barton for JJ Redick trade.
I love it.
That's out there.
I love it.
We need more consistent 3-point shooting.
I love that trade.
I do like it. I don't think JJ is as good as defender as Barton.
No, not at all, dude.
I don't have to worry about JJ trying to push the pace and making bad decisions. And I like JJ's ability to catch and shoot.
Well, what happens there if that trade happens is MPJ is your starting 3.
Yeah, because you're losing another wing. Yeah, you're wing to guard.
Yeah.
Wing to guard. Which I don't think is a good idea, by the way, because MPJ, as the 4, is playing elite basketball. Big reason why he's been playing great. You sent the article, Dave.
I did.
That MPJ,
The Ringer article.
the Ringer
Great
article,
article.
It's a good article.
that
Everyone read it.
shows how MPJ is playing at the 4. I digress. So I would say Barton for JJ Redick, but I'm not sure that would work. So
I like that trade though, Will.
But
I didn't bring it up, but it's very
intriguing.
It's the most intriguing one I've heard.
I like that trade idea. I also like an idea of bringing in a rim protector who will board.
Yes.
And so Andre Drummond is high on my list. And if we can get rid of Bull and a draft pick, and maybe you throw Barton in there, whatever you have to do, I'm okay with that. And I know it's an expiring contract, but I think that trade helps us throughout the end of the year.
I know it's not my turn, but JJ Redick and the way he can drink a beer.
Is he good at drinking beer?
Did you not see him shotgun the beers in the bubble?
Sure
in
didn't.
his little kiddie pool. That boy can drink some beer.
He's also got a fantastic podcast. Old man.
Bring him in.
Reddick has a podcast?
Reddick said.
Cool.
Bring him in. That dude was deadly in college.
Do you think he'd be a guest on ours?
We can tweet him.
It's weird asking.
Until I got Drew Goodman to show up to my class one day. I did. I tweeted at Drew Goodman. Like I DM'd him.
I used to hate that guy.
Where's your wheel?
Oh,
How
yeah.
much you used to
He was
hate
such
him.
a douche.
You got the wheel?
Who?
JJ Redick, like back
Oh,
in the day.
yeah,
that's
dude.
not the wheel.
Fuck that guy.
Chris, do you have any trade
No, no,
things?
So it's weird. So when I was on the pod the last time, which again,
We were talking Harden trades.
the best podcast in the 80909.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, thank
And
you.
we're gonna find those 2 dudes that are out running shop out of 80903.
3 or 80907.
And then we're gonna take the downtown
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
There's other people doing this broadcast now.
Probably in the garage after they get done, day trading.
Right.
Keep those cans out there.
Any
Hot,
So-
trades?
hot grilling.
So the trade market is the Reddick
No man
to the Nuggets thing is out there. That's a thing. All the things you said, bigger man, rim protector,
Yeah,
all that. I don't like it for Drummond. I like it for Aaron Gordon. I'd want to
I'll
do
take that.
Barton, Bull. I think the Nuggets can ship their first rounder this year because of what they did last year with Zeke and Hampton.
Mhm.
And I don't think they gave up a first rounder next year to do that. I don't think so. But even if you do, give away another one. Who cares? Because people are going to be antsy to get in this draft. I like Aaron Gordon coming to this team.
Oh, dude.
He does a lot of weird stuff that doesn't exactly fit in Orlando or a lot of teams, but it fits with a big man like Joker. So I would move for Aaron Gordon. I obviously want to give up on Barton. Bull can go away. Give a draft pick. Orlando is the land of misfit toys that needs something. I would do that.
That's
Those are good toys. They all have a purpose.
Good toys. I would do that. That's
And
I don't think you make a Bradley Beal move.
not anymore.
That's a lot of capital you got to give up. You got to give up way too much wing depth. Eventually, Gary Harris comes back. I don't do Bradley Beal.
No, not at this point.
I like it.
Hey, Big Worm, is there any trade you foresee happening in the Nuggets before March 25th?
Yeah, I love what you guys are saying. I think they're all great scenarios. I think one that we haven't talked about is Pascal Siakam. Is that how you say his last name?
Siakam.
Yeah, from Toronto. I think he would be an interesting addition to our team. And I think, if you are going to trade somebody, we need to build around Jokic and Murray. We need some more consistency there, right? So if we brought in somebody who's a little bit taller that can crash the boards, play a little defense, and support Murray and Jokic, I think that would go a long way. So that's the only trade that I was kind of like intrigued about, and it'd be kind of cool to have him come on board.
Worm, who do we have to give up for Siakam, man?
That is a great question. I want to say Millsap, but I'm probably way off on that.
Siakam makes like $27 million. So you have
He's
to
their
give
star.
up MPJ
He's
and
the Raptors'
Barton
best player.
and Millsap, like to make the salaries
You
work
got to give
alone.
MPJ.
MPJ
That's
is
the one
gone.
that hurts.
You
That's
got to
the
give
one
him
that hurts.
MPJ.
We used to talk about Bull or MPJ, and now it's like MPJ.
Well, anybody
and
take Bull. Anybody take
We'll give you a
Bull.
ball.
We'll give you a bowl and $50 million,
And you know what?
Lucas.
Bull will become a star, and it'll be like,
Yes, he will.
Good
That
for
dude's
him.
going to be good.
Siakam would be an amazing addition to this team.
Amazing.
Like, it would really propel us. It's just going to be hard to do. Zeke, what do you think, man?
I honestly, at the start of the season, I would have said if you could turn like Barton and maybe Harris or Ball or somebody into a Bradley Beal trade, that would have been good. Now I just I don't even see where we're at with any kind of trade like that. I honestly, this might be the unpopular opinion, but I think if MPJ can bring up and be the third part of the big three, and if Murray can continue his consistency, I think this team is good enough as is to at least make a run for it. So
that's how come.
I don't have like a big trade target. I honestly don't think that the team is thinking that. I don't think Tim Connolly is thinking that. They might make a move, but as far as I can see, they're looking at the roster that they built, and they're thinking that they can make a run with this one.
Yeah, Zeke,
I like it, Zeke.
you're 100% spot on.
Probably what's going to happen.
Dr. Kyle Lucas, go for it, man.
I'm with Zeke. If they had to do something big, they'd have to give up Porter, and I don't think they want to do that, especially with how he's been playing lately. I think that they see that as the future, and I think they're staying put. And maybe, like you said, Dave, maybe get a rim protector if they can, get rid of some of those other, Bol or Drummond's not going to come with – you're not going to have to give up a lot because you got to take on the contract. So Drummond's an option if you want to take on the money.
Right.
Which is like $28 million. So
yeah, it's a lot of money. Yeah, that's the problem,
I
man.
want that luxury tax penalty.
Yeah,
Stuff.
dude, damn. And they're not even playing him. What are they doing? They're just sitting.
I mean,
no, they've been so much better since they sat him.
They have been playing better. Yeah. But I mean, what are you doing, man? All right, guys. Last question, then we're done. Kyle, we're going to you. Where do the Nuggets finish in the West? Give me your ranking.
Fourth.
Zeke.
Third.
Worm.
I'm going 4 as well.
Okay.
Look at that boogie.
Third.
Eat it, kid. Eat it.
I'm going 5th. They're finishing 5th, but it might be a favorable matchup with the 4-5 seed that I'm not too concerned about during COVID times.
because they're going to go to bubble playoffs.
Maybe.
So it doesn't matter.
Right.
Home court doesn't matter.
Where are we finishing, dude?
4.
I will second that. Say 4.
Okay.
Those top 3 teams have quite a lead on us, so a lot would have to change in the second half for us to make it into that top 3.
Well, I think you guys, those of you who want us to finish 4th, you're hoping that the Phoenix Suns drop off the map.
No, I hope they finish 5th.
No, they're going to be 5th, and it's going to be a 4th, 5th. Suns, Nuggets, first round.
Nuggets Western Conference champs.
And then we beat the Bucks in 5.
6. It's going to be the Nets.
Nah, it'll be.
I don't want to play the Nets.
Philly. We beat
I
the
don't
Philly.
want
no part of that
I don't want to play the Nets, especially if they get Blake Griffin.
Yeah, if they get Blake Griffin, is that even fair?
No, that's cheating. That's
It is.
buying
No,
a chip. That's buying a championship, and those are the people I hate the most.
2K has never been more realistic.
Oh,
Just get
man.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Lucas, thank you for joining us. Zeke,
Kyle.
you're the man. Big Worm, love you, homie.
Zeke, we will be having a disc golf course coming to Blue Mountain Range soon.
Excellent.
I'll be there.
And by soon, it will probably be the fall. But, sorry, Flight for Life blew over. I'm like a dog in a squirrel. but it's coming.
Hey, just let me know. I'll be the first one.
Zeke,
You
what's
get to play for
your go-to disc?
Zeke loves disc golf.
What's my go-to disc? I don't know. The one that's going to get me over a 50-foot drive. I don't know.
50-foot drive.
I'm not very good.
I say that I've only played it once.
Zeke, we've not met. Where do you live?
I live here. I just wasn't invited. I live in 80910.
I like Whitefield. I'll play Whitefield someday.
Yeah, we'll play Whitefield. I play Whitefield the most out of anyone, or out of any courses. I live right by the aviary.
Hey,
I play the most.
Hey, I want in on that Widefield course, you assholes.
All right.
Hey, Zeke, are you down? You know what I mean? Like, are you down?
Yeah.
We're joking, dude.
All right,
We're
this
joking.
is too much fun.
Well, Dr. Kyle Lucas is on here. Let's not go too far.
Dr. Kyle Lucas. Never would have thought that guy would have been a doctor, but very happy. I'm proud of him.
Oh, he's so
So
smart.
smart.
He was always smart, though. He was just a grade younger, so like, you know.
Age younger,
So
but
you
in
know.
junior grade.
No, like his age was.
Yeah.
Kyle, you were like always a year younger than all of us, right?
Correct.
And you looked at us like these assholes.
Out of Dave's friends, like you and Matt Miller were the two that like never tried to fight me or were dicks to me. So I really appreciate that. Regardless of the fact I talk a lot of shit to you, but you and Matt Miller were the two that were actually kind to me.
With
So thank you.
My way.
You're welcome, Tim.
Can this
I think
be
it helped me mentally.
part of the outtakes, or is this going to be just in the?
This is
No, this is in. This is in. We're
Intakes.
still recording live.
You might get a phone call from me, Lucas.
This is like a Marvel
I've been sitting on
end
the
credit
couch for
scene
6
where we
years.
just had a moment.
Yeah.
With
Oh, dude.
is that a second time out with Tim?
Yeah, I think it was.
Was that overtime with Tim?
Overtime.
with him. All right, we're done.
Tim, what do you think of Zeke?
I like Zeke, man. I want to hang out with Zeke again. He doesn't remember it, but
We just stop recording and keep talking.
one of the, I think it was the second time Sophie visited me. I had legit like Nuggets tickets. We sat like row 5 or 6. I'd won them at an auction at the American Camp Association, West Rocky Mountain Conference. And Zeke saw Sophie and I on the big screen, came over, hung out with us for like 5 minutes and talked because he saw us on the big screen. So yeah, I'd love to hang out with Zeke. I haven't seen him in a long time. Zeke says he doesn't recall that though.
I'm usually fairly drunk when I'm at Nuggets games, so
I completely understand that. That was one of the sober Nuggets games for this guy.
I do remember that though. When you said it, I was like, oh yeah, I did, and then I came and found you guys. So yeah, I appreciate you jogging my memory about that. And I saw you guys. You guys were drunk at the All Colorado Beer Fest. So that's one of the last.
I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah,
I love All Colorado.
First off ways.
I can't wait till
We can do that again.
Beer Fest can happen. I can't wait for Beer Fest. I miss Beer Fest.
Saw you guys last weekend.
Last weekend, drunk.
Hey, Worm, last question. Did you shred recently?
Went a couple weeks ago and caught 3 inches up at Copper. So yeah, I still shred the NARS as much as possible. Although I did go camping with Kyle and Miller. We went winter camping and we made an igloo and it was legendary. So highly recommend the winter camping if you can do it. At first we thought we were going to freeze our asses off, but we ended up building a big fire and luckily the wind died down. Had the time of my life. So
Which one of
Dude,
you
there
caught
you go.
hypothermia?
I think Miller, that's why he couldn't make it to most of the show today. So
Love you guys.
Oh, man, we love you. Thank you for joining us on the All-Star Edition, guys.
thanks for having me, man.
All right, see you guys,
Soon we'll all get together. Soon.
dude.
Peace, everyone.
All right, bye.
Peace.